Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world, and there's a couple loose ends I want to take care of here inside the Avenger before we get out there, so let's get going. The first one is right down here. We have nobody in the Scilab. In fact, we will not have anybody in the Scilab until Angel gets out of her current mission infiltrating as we speak. So it makes sense to remove both of our scientists in here so we can get back to the business of research, since they're not doing anything in here to really help us out. So that is step one of our housekeeping. And in case you didn't notice, I think I had this open when we started, but I don't remember. I looked at it before we started. Coil guns used to be at 8 days research. Now it's down to 7 days. So sometimes these details make a huge difference. So hopefully we didn't let that go on too long. But now we got them back to help with the speed of our coil guns research. Another thing I want to do is I have an opening in the Guerrilla Tactics School, and you know what I was thinking is, Laser Master, I want to get you another promotion. And I'll tell you why. The one I want you to get initially over Jammer is I want to get Trial by Fire. So anytime we have lower level troops going out with you, basically below Sergeant, they will automatically, kills or not, no matter what happens on a mission, they will gain a level. And they will gain a level each time they go out with you until they get up to the rank of Sergeant. So that's what Trial by Fire does. It helps speed some of our late arrivals to the team to help get them advanced a lot quicker. And we need somebody that has this to help us do that. All right, and the overall time, does it say in here Trial by Fire training? I don't know. Let's see if this tells me Trial by Fire. Yeah, 9 days is what we're looking at. I hate taking us out for all these lengths of time, but you know, you got to keep pushing to get everybody promoted. And right now, since we're at a decent place in the armory, well, guess what? And I already checked, there's no bond mates available at the moment, and there's nothing I can afford to build at the moment with 14 supplies and a proving ground, and we are going to go into the armory just to look at something really quick. Okay, so soldiers wise, I just wanted to show everybody that we're down to only 2 in the infirmary, which is another reason I'm not then shifting scientists over to the infirmary. I want my coil weapons sped up as quick as possible. The wounds are 28 hours, 13 days, and as long as we keep this light, now obviously if we have a bad mission coming up, my mind can be changed, but that's where we're looking right now. The other thing I'm going to do before we get out there, I'm actually going to temporarily empty all my advisors so we can have everybody available for me for infiltration on this very important mission coming up that we're going to start the infiltration on. We won't get to the battle today, but we're going to get the infiltration done, and I want everybody that could be available to go out. And once we get that infiltrated, we will then take a look also at see who's left over to both go back in and be Haven advisors, and then see if we have enough left over for another resistance ring operation. We'll find out, but those are all the things on my radar that I want to get done. Okay, let's get into command right here, and I think I can the quickest way I can do it is empty things out this way. And the other thing I want to do, this is also very important, is I want to get everybody hiding over here. Right now we have a lot. The size of our team right now is in great shape, but we need to hide because we have strength level 5 now, and hopefully a potential retail hasn't happened already, but that's what happens once you get over strength 4. You got to be careful of these things. So we're going in hiding here. So Advent Horizon, we're taking you out. And over here, Commander's getting out, and Nefertiti's getting pulled, and even in New Australia, I'm pulling Robbie's also. So all these soldiers will be available for our upcoming mission. It's only going to be a very brief time that I don't have anybody here, but it's a lot quicker for me to do this here than once I get down on the map. So let's get down on the map, and what I'm going to do is fly from our current position. I think it's in the New Mexican Haven region, but I'm going to go via the black market because right prior to our infiltration, I want to gain funds. So if I need to build, and we have a potential supply drop here, which I'm not going to take the time to do now. And I'm going to fly over here to the black market because I need funds for this infiltration that we're headed to. So if I can afford or find a way to build up my supplies so I can build a couple more mag weapons, I will feel, a heck of a lot better about our situation.
Avenger plotting new course.
Market is open.
Market is open, and fortunately for us, it was right on the way to where we had to go. Barely a detour, so it does not cost us any major time. Now, faceless are still high priority as far as they're giving me a lot more than they're normally worth. I'm going to start off just selling one because they potentially may have uses. Let's see. Yeah, needle rounds. It's not a high. Needle rounds I don't necessarily need to build a lot. And a chameleon suit I don't necessarily build a lot. But we'll start out with just one over here. And let's see, an Elerium core, I'm going to start needing a boatload of those. So I'm going to pass at the moment. I may come back and sell one if I decide I need a little bit. Really what I'm hoping for is to gain another 80, get me up closer to around 100 if I can do that. Okay, 85 ideally. But that's the way we're looking at that. Now these, the sectoid, neurowhips, mind shields, yeah, we can't sell any of them. Now we have the old bullpup. Guess what? We have the upgraded bullpup. I think, what is it, the Cal 1415? I don't even remember the number. But we can sell the old laser variety. Because who else can use it? We only have one skirmisher, right? I may decide to come back and sell some of these PCS units because some of these individually, but it's like, who do you put them on? And you sacrifice other PCSs to use them, and shield projector to activate to reduce incoming damage by 33% for 2 turns. Yeah, I'm selling it. It's so situational that I need the money for something a little less situational. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Now, I think most of my stocks are out there. I'll keep one advanced stock in reserve, to be quite honest. Making it harder for somebody to bleed out. I guess that's appropriate potentially for somebody with low hit points. Immunity to acid and poison could come in handy. I got 2 hyperreactive pupils. We will sell one of those. Base suppressor we can sell. Elite scope, yeah, we're hanging on to that, baby. And the will. So right now I'm up to 71. I need to find a couple more ways to get us a little bit more coin coming up. So I'm going to do an Elerium core, gets us up to 91. This gets us over 100. Do I dare sell anything else? And I'm going to say one more faceless corpse because I just don't build a ton of either of these. So I'm going to take a chance there. Gets us up to 107. I'm satisfied with that. That's pretty much getting us up to 120, which should give us some hopefully nice upgrades to the team that we're going to be infiltrating with. All right, I think that was successful. I accomplished what I was hoping I could accomplish. Now to get down to where we need to pick out a team and get this infiltration done. Okay, so it was up around 8 days, so not that much time really has passed. We're still going to be able to put together a full, well, I don't know about full, but a nice sized team to take on Operation Red Mask.
Setting course for Sector 8, Mexico.
Okay, so this is a heavy mission with 25 to 27 soldiers out there. There's a chance I will look to over-infiltrate. I will not be getting it this low because, the point is corpses. But with my over-infiltration, hopefully we can get it at least one level down below heavy. As long as we have enough and I can build enough advanced weaponry to make me feel comfortable, that's kind of the balance I'm going to be looking for. I'll be right back and we'll find out if I can hit that balance goal. All right, I put together a team, and you never know sometimes if you got it right till you get down in there to find out. But what we have is bondmates of Drummix and Blue Jay back together again, and we have them going out. Drummix hopefully to be able to scout out, so maybe we can snipe a few from a distance. You might notice Shane Boom Banson over there somewhere. But that's the goal, is having a shinobi along. Wasn't able to upgrade the sword, even though I have the materials for it. I just didn't have the supplies for it. So we kind of ran out at the end, and I was hoping to get that upgraded. But your job mostly, Drummix, is stay hidden, scout out the pods for us so we can approach and destroy, hopefully as frequently as possible at a distance, but you'll allow us to get in the proper position. And Blue Jay, your bond mate is, let's say we open up and the pods are right there and exposed. Well, we have a chance at least to rocket them right off the bat if that's the weird situation that we walk into. You just kind of never know. So hopefully we got it all covered with these two. Then we have these bond mates. These are the damage dealing bond mates. And we have Gleaser and Boom Vanson. Both have been upgraded from their laser weapons to mag weapons. And I'm planning to output a lot of damage from these two. And if one is out of sight of a target, we always potentially have the bond mate advantages to get that extra shot off anyway. We also then have another bond pair that I brought along for the same reason. You may argue that a Psi Operative isn't as critical on this kind of a mission. I'm going to argue, right or wrong, that I don't mind the bond mate extra shots that Nameless can give over here to Boomer with another mag weapon. All the mag weapons have the AP ammo. How cool is that? So we did upgrade at least to one of the leftover when we switched out. You now have a laser rifle over here, Nameless. So at least when you're not doing Soulfire or whatever, you can still put out some damage. You have the backup in case sectoids start messing with us. You name it. We're trying to cover a little bit of everything. Hopefully it's enough of everything that we got out there. And then we got one more shard gun. We're going to have to be careful on this kind of a map, running H11, handgun 11 up in there with the shard gun. But if we do get a chance to use him, he's got a awesomely powerful weapon now to help us out, especially he's there if we need to run some Overwatch also. So that is the team. We've upgraded with all the attachments that we can to make the shots as good as possible. All the AP ammo that we could. Everybody's got a PCS upgrade. I'm not going to go into each and every one of those, but just know I've upgraded wherever I felt we could. So this is the team that's going to do it. I am going to over-infiltrate. I am going to spend the intel on this one because I think the corpses are that important for us. And that'll get it moderate heavy down to 22, 24. Because if I didn't over-infiltrate, it would be up to 31, 33. And I wanted the seventh recruit, the seventh soldier, the whatever you want to say on this mission as opposed to just 6. That was my thinking. I wanted the extra shooter, the extra ranger along. That was my choice, and that's why we're doing it. Let's get this infiltration going and then see what else we're going to end up doing as our mission today.
Ranger deployed.
We're in the pipe. 5x5.
All right, we are down. We are on the ground. And now, my friends, it is time to go into the Havens. And I think to go into the Havens, I'm going to back off real quick and do it from in here. I think
the factions have readied proposals for various covert missions. We should head to the ring to plan our next stop.
Yeah, well, the first thing I'm going to do is, well, let's take a look at how many soldiers we have available in our squad right now that are listed as ready. So it's a pretty fair amount. It's just that a few of them near the bottom. Now we got Road Train is a strong shooter available. I guess our other Spark is out infiltrating. So we have some good shooters, just not, I can't put you in as a Haven advisor. So let's see. This is what we're going to do. Let's go. So we have a fair amount. So I think I can put in Haven advisors and then still look at a covert op. So that's what we're going to do. Let's back out of here. We're going to go into our command resistance management and we're going to pick out those that we want in there. Now in New Australia, since we potentially could get attacked, invaded, I'm putting you, J. Joker Kelly, with a big heavy weapon. It's not the mag because you got injured and we already borrowed it for somebody else, but it's a laser weapon is decent. Now we got these guys in hiding now, but we still need someone else there, and we'll put your bond mate, Andre the Gamer, going in there, and then I'll double check. I think all the loadouts should be okay with plating and grenades and whatnot, just not the plasma grenades. We already borrowed those also from you. And then we got 2 more Havens to go. The New Mexican region where we're active right now, we'll figure out who we want to put in there. And I'll try to put some other folks in there just because, you know, Dave Daly and Grinder will pop you in here for the moment. Your bond mate should come back from his infiltration and get you guys synced back up so you guys can start going out together. So I'm going to kind of put you there to hold you to make that happen. And then in the Western US, I need one more put in there. And we'll try to get somebody in there that hasn't most recently. So the boy, you're gonna, in fact, we'll put Bob Ross in there as our technical to advise over there. He might even teach somebody how to paint while he's in there, who knows. Let's just look at the loadout on this one, because he's a new guy. I do want to make sure we have some ablative. And with a gauntlet, why don't we throw the hazmat vest on you? Oh, there's others I'm going to want that on too. So I'm going to hang off. I think your odds of using that will be less there. Not that it couldn't happen, but we're going to hold that for somebody else, that last hazmat vest. And then the only other person, I think you're going to be fully equipped, but I want to make sure nothing got dropped. Oh, and you have a mag rifle, and we're going to have to work on upgrading our gremlins here pretty quick because it's getting harder to hack these days. So there's all sorts of stuff we need funds for. Oh boy, is there all sorts of stuff we need funds for. But the Havens are back covered again. And we're hiding in the Western US. We're hiding in New Indonesia. And over here, I just don't know that I need anybody else really doing it. I guess I can throw one person on recruit just because. The key is, since it can grow a tiny bit. And then other than that, infiltration there, we got, and this is the big one that I'm never sure about. Should I just be keeping everybody on supplies? Because it really basically halves our supply income by doing it this way. But intel, I kind of want to get a precursor, get a clue as to when the invasion might be coming. Let me know if you know for sure if that's the right way to play it, or if you have other ideas. I'd love to hear them. All right, now we got to get back out there. We're going to take a peek at the resistance ring and see who we have available. Let's take a look at our covert actions. And I'm kind of leaning towards, even though we got a corpse mission coming up, if I'm going to do one, I kind of like the idea. Well, we kind of need loot too. What might this give us? Oh, that's loot. That's not supplies. There's a definite distinction there. So a few more corpses. We found out how quickly we can run out of those. Let's see who's available to go out on this one. And I guess Commander and Nefertiti will start out on this one. And we'll put in a third that's required just to round this team out. And I'm thinking Ravi Zaso, that would be 2 assaults. So I want to keep an assault back. Paul Forrest Reynolds, you're coming with us too. So there we go. We got the team doing this one. We're down 24% failure, so 1 in 4 is pretty high. Even worse chance for ambush, but we got to get this going. I want to grab hopefully a few more corpses that might come in handy. And we're going out on this one, 6-day mission.
My kind will do whatever is needed.
All right, so at the moment, everybody's out there. We got everything going that we can. We're broke. So what we got to do is get out here and pretty much just start scanning. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so we got this one actually ready to go right now. So I don't have to do any scanning. I got a mission right there ready to go. This one at 91%. So we got a couple missions ready to pop right off the bat. Let's go take a look at what this one called Codename Charlie is all about. And it is a 10 to 12 mission. Let me see how large the squad is going out. It's a team of 6. But you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking I wouldn't mind just, since we could over-infiltrate this up to 125. Probably get it to drop to extremely light. We can get it down to 7 to 9. And that would just feel safer all around, if you want my opinion. So we'll end up having a couple missions popping right at the same time. I don't think the slight delay will hurt us, and that's just what I'm gonna do. Now, is there any other place I want to go to be searching? Supply rate, I guess I could scan right here. It's not like we have a lot of soldiers that could go out if I find something. So guess what? We're gonna go pick up some supplies in the meantime while we wait for this to over-infiltrate, or possibly the other one to pop.
Avenger plotting new course.
Because I need more than 1 supply. And it stopped. I don't know if that means, yeah, that's only at 104. That, I don't know. Something happened, and I'm not sure what. Something happened to stop. I don't know. Maybe we had some. I didn't see a pop-up about somebody being healed in the infirmary or anything like that. And the idle staff we have is not impacting us. It's just engineers. I just happen to have an excess of engineers. That's why that's showing there. I have no other place to put them right now. I was able to put our home territory without fear of being invaded. I put an engineer in here to help gather the supplies, but we don't have that luxury. So let's keep Let's keep scanning. And if there was a pop-up, I missed that one too. Let's go see. Okay, we got this mission at 100%. So this could be our next mission. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, we aren't quite at 125. So we got to get that down a little bit longer. So just so I don't have to do a lot of flying back and forth, we're just going to finish the supplies here. Unless, I don't think this one can infiltrate much farther. Let's just scan for the extra 6 hours, I guess. And I think I was gonna over infiltrate this one. In fact, if I want that scientist, I am gonna have to with a team of 5. There is absolutely no way I cannot over-infiltrate. It's already going to be a stretch doing that mission on a 10 to 12 kind of infiltration. So we're going to max out the infiltration time, and then we'll find out if a boost gets it down to 10 to 12 or 7 to 9. More than likely 10 to 12. But we're going to wait. And now it's do it or lose it. And we are gonna do it. How about that? All right, so just a quick peek at the squad that will be going out. We got Machine Hater along with a mag cannon. Fortunately, we have a heavy hitting weapon there. We got a mag rifle on a Maltese as a ranger, so we do have a couple heavy hitters on this team. And then we got a mag long rifle, so hopefully we can find a good perch for the Grapevine. So it may be a small team, but at least we have some skills on this one. How about that? And we do not have an upgraded gremlin. Like I said, that's got to be a priority for me so we can better control the heavier mechs we're coming across. It's got a regular assault rifle, and we do not have Oh, we have the Hunter's Axe on this one. So we do actually have an upgraded blade for Antros going out on this. Plus, he has his leadership skills. Let's hope it will come in handy, and we can put them to good use to handle this one. So we're going to go ahead and boost it. And this is all, okay, look at that. It's down to 7 to 9. That is amazing, and that is awesome. So let's get down there and launch this mission. There's also Advent loot that we might be able to find along the way. We'll cross our fingers on that one too.
Advent is holding a VIP of some importance to the resistance movement, and the spokesman has asked that we intercept the transport vehicle and rescue the target. We'll have to take out any hostile forces protecting the package to secure the area.
All right, I'm not going to complain about one more scientist. I'll consider this scientist as available for the infirmary should we gain more injuries along the path to victory. And Operation Bone Saga, hopefully we can break the bones on Advent on this one. The Advent priority ward is Kalukan City. I do not at all know how to pronounce that one, but we're going there anyway. We got to rescue this individual from a vehicle.
Menace 1-5, we have a confirmed location for the VIP. Move to rendezvous. Eliminate all hostile contacts.
I always like how he says a confirmed location for the VIP, then he shows where our evac is. But fortunately, I did notice as we bypassed it, there is the vehicle and there is our evac zone. There's a building right across the way. We've had this similar layout on a previous one, and we had a mech, I remember, on top of this building across the way. We have potential high ground here. We have a building here that could be a sniper point, and it would probably be safer there. You know, you got to worry about the lone drones that are always on this mission also. So let's find a wildcat, Antros. And I'm going to bring you over to this corner to get looking over this way because I'm thinking I've decided I want my sniper right in that corner to cover our moves forward if that's possible. So let's kind of look over in that direction we would like to go. Antros.
Ordine ricevuto. Vedo un'unità nemica.
And we found a pod right off the bat, and I actually would not mind if we had to work on them and have all our team going at them. We don't know which way they'll be wandering, but to be quite honest, yeah, we're kind of near the map edge, so I think the odds are they just might be coming towards us. So let's see if we can set ourselves up. We have a potential. Well, I don't want to get Antros moving yet. Let's get Maltese. Is there any good position? If they're going to move towards us, I don't think this would be a bad spot for you. Nice solid base of cover.
Okay.
For your multiple shots. It would also be nice if we could find Machine Hater, a nice position of cover. Now we have plenty of partial cover positions, and the other side of that tree might have been nice, although very flankable. And is there anything? So maybe what we can do, because if they're gonna wander towards us, that would be a position. That would be a position, and it would be a full cover position. Should you be able to take it? Yeah, I kind of like that idea, and I'm gonna set you up right here.
Look at us.
All right, and I'll be able to have that allows me to have you on Overwatch too, both of my heaviest hitting weapons. And another big great point is I have a perch right here that you can reach and therefore steady a grapevine. Let's take it. And I'm hoping all this will pay off and they're not just going to wander around the corner. You know, when things seem too good to be true, isn't that what happens? Let's steady. Antros, I think I'm probably just going to keep you there, mainly because they won't flank you from that position. So therefore, I just need another good spot for you. And you don't have an amazing weapon for Overwatch, so I think I'm just going to get you some full cover here, Magic Man, and play it that way.
Solid copy.
We won't miss your Overwatch just because it's a ballistic weapon, so it's not like it's gonna do any massive hurt out there. And we're gonna Overwatch to see which way they move. Come on, this way, please. No, it's not panning to them. Makes me think they're walking away. And they walked away. Well, they did make it easy to pick up some loot now that they aren't guarding it, but they've gone around the building. There's plenty of windows for them to still see through potentially and see us, so we got to be very aware of that. Man, that would have just been a marvelous and wonderful opening. So Antros, we're going to see if we can't gain sight of them again somehow, so we can get the kind of opening we're hoping for yet again. If I bring you here, maybe we'll get an angle through some of these windows. Maybe, kind of, sort of. Let's find out. At least we know they didn't break through any glass to go inside. They're on the back side of the building.
Mi muovo verso le coordinate.
And we get lucky to see through any of these windows? No. No, no, no. Now there's more windows here. Let's go see if we get a sense. So if we're standing at those windows, there's a chance there will be other windows we'd be able to see through. So Antros, if they're on the back of the building, I don't think their vision would be far enough to pick you up by moving you here. So that's what we're going to do. The other option is stay down on the ground, but I'm bringing you up here.
Mi sto muovendo.
You are my eyes. And we see an open door over here. Okay, we see one of them. Okay, so they're pretty far back there. And you could argue one might be there, but I still think, Grapevine, how far is your movement that you can move? I can start getting you up to eventually where I would like you to be. So, and I can keep everybody else down low on this side of the building as we move towards our target. Not that, but the vehicle. And I think that's the way we'll play it. So Max, I'm bringing you up here.
On the move.
Let's see if you hear anything new through the grapevine by moving there. And no, I'm not sure if you saw anything in that movement. It's still the lone trooper that's all we see. So we got to get some more of us into what would be considered better positions. So Machine Hater, I like the idea of you having this window because it would keep you over on this side if they continue their wandering in this direction. And that's what we're going to try with you.
Bin gleich da.
And then we got to get some others catching on up. Maltese, we also... Actually, you can make it to the other side of the window. How about that? I think that's a grand position.
10-4.
And... oh my lord. Oh my lord. This is not a pod we want to draw in along with this one. There may only be 7 to 9 here, but so far, the first 6 that we've uncovered do not look like a heck of a lot of fun. That's going to be a challenge. That is going to be one heck of a challenge. I'm going to bring you, Magic Man, nearby, so if we have an opportunity for the gremlin, we can use it. Now, you're a revival kind of guy. So far, we have not found any. And if we see 2 pods of 3, the odds, I think, are dropping that there will be lone drones, unless it's just these 2 pods of 3 and 2 lone drones, and we have a team of 8 that we're going against. But, oof, high level. Can you say high level?
Will do.
Okay, and they're going to come right inside the building for us, are they? Yes, they are. Okay. Now these guys over here failed to move. So unless we want to draw in everybody, we're going to have to do a little moving also. Baby, 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 baby. Now, Machine Hater, do you see these jokers over here? Technically, no. They're too far away. They are not highlighted. Well, it might be that they would be able to see you, but, you know, what I may do is figure out if we want to open with you somehow. Spesh, I got to figure out the best way. I want to gain distance away from them, though. So I got to figure out, let's open the door. And how far in there? We can get in relatively close. And we have the potential for Haywire Protocol, which on the Speshmic list does not come with Trojan. So it's just a base protocol. And I don't think you have, if memory serves me, Magic Man, you may be magic, but I don't think you have the best hacking score out there. So, and the other problem we will have by coming in here is I'm thinking of keeping you over on this side. Yeah, so if these guys end up hearing the noise and coming our way, we have cover. I may have to wait a turn before we go live on these guys. Maybe I set up for Overwatch, see if they'll luckily wander into us and play it that way. That way I can have you set and ready, Grapevine.
Moving to designated
And we do
position.
have to remember this is a timed mission. So we don't want to wait too long because reinforcements will follow on this one. So part of me says, let's stick somebody out in the open. This will be our first pod. Let's stick you, out in the open over here, Spesh. So our first pod shouldn't be able to get a free shot on anybody. And then we'll see if we can bring anybody else in here to still be able to get Overwatch from decent positions that gets us out of sight of those guys. That's the plan.
Got it. I'm there.
All right. Position 1 taken. Then I can bring you in here. It's not going to be full cover, so I'm hoping our Overwatch is very productive. But it will also be farther away from these guys. So at least for a turn, we don't have to worry about them interrupting our little party. Now, is there any other full cover? If I put you all the way over... Oh, I don't want to go in through the window. So we'll just bring you right here.
Bin schon unterwegs.
And then a Maltese, I'm hoping you can make it to the full cover right here. without... No. So that's a yellow move there. So instead, we don't take that move. And we can't quite get you around the corner. So all I'd be able to do, and it should still be far away, and you will, oh, but look at, it shows that you still, no, it's, you see them there, but you would not see them here. So at least our go live moment shouldn't draw them in. I repeat, shouldn't. So let's get over here.
Good copy. Moving on target.
And we're going to set a bunch of Overwatch.
Overwatch.
We're going to steady here. Antros, I think I'm going to bring you around to here.
Ricevuto. Mi muovo sull'obiettivo.
We know where most of the map is. You have Hunter's Axes, and we'll try to keep you hidden, because that's to our benefit with that next pod we got to deal with. But you're also an out if somehow this doesn't go as planned.
Monta la guardia. Fire shots.
And let's find out. And here we go.
Oh, cover's blown.
Oh, that looks like a big old miss.
Okay,
Looks, I see one down, but it's the weakest of the one. So right now, no, one did not drop. We injured out there. We did not injure the mech. We did not injure we injured the leader, which is right here, the officer. He's right there. I saw him run here. He will not hide from me like that. So what I have to do is figure out, and he's on Overwatch. So that's the only bad part is if you don't manage to hack them, it's going to be rough. And we got a lot of problems potentially from that. And it's because he's got a whole heck of a lot of armor. Now what I may do is let's just start with you, Grapevine, and see who you see and what your shots are. They're pretty good wherever I want to go. And if I go here, it's 100%. You get through most of his armor and do a fair amount of damage. I can up precision shot. Crit right now is 45%. Precision shot gets that crit up to 75%. So I guess if I'm going to do it with anybody, it's going to be with you right now. And dual strike, it's a free action for the bondmate. That might not be a bad time to try it. This is a kind of a strike, but dual strike would not be a precision shot, would it? No, it'd go back down to 45%. But it's a dual shot, and that second shot is a free shot. I gotta try this out. I've not really ever done dual shot, and I think we're all in range. Your bondmate is in range, so let's make it happen and see what this looks like.
Deflection. I'm still holding.
Okay, that was a free shot. How? And we weakened him tremendously. Now we need to hit a 5 from somebody if they can't get through the armor. Magic Man? Can you hit for 5 with your weapon? I don't think it's a guarantee. Yeah, it's 3. You could, but it's not a guarantee. So, well, the good thing is his Overwatch is gone. So what I'm going to do is bring you to this window, or how about I bring you for a flank shot here? You'd still be able to see the mech if I felt like I needed to haywire, but I don't think I will. And you're going to show me that officer so I can determine, and I hopefully he wasn't able to Overwatch and it was just the mech. But let's take a look at the officer so I can figure out the best way that I'm going to have to deal with him. Now if I come here, I'm blocking the window. So if I needed to bring a machine hater out there, now just might be the time to do it. And the big thing I'm lacking, the big thing I end up lacking by doing this, yeah, that's not a flank. This would be a flank on the officer. And I would still see the other guy if we felt I needed to do that. I feel like I also need to make sure with a heavy hit that I can take out the officer. He did get injured. I just don't know how bad. So, Spesh, I'm going to keep you as backup for the moment. Okay, I'm glad we checked, because the officer took some damage, if you want to call that damage. Oh, baby. I kind of feel like I need to keep my chain shot, because that's a big hefty cooldown, and I want it available for when we tussle and tangle with those guys, if you want my opinion. So, wow. We got our work cut out for us. Now, if I used it, 4 turns is too long. I gotta save it for the Mutons where I really need them to hit. And let's go for a big, hard hit. It's only 26% chance for crit. And now we did get a crit. And guess what? Now Spesh McList can come over here and finish off the officer. And that means I have Maltese to finish off the heavy mech, and it leaves me with a trooper who can still hurt us.
Gotcha.
But of the enemies we started facing, alright, of the enemies we started facing, and I feel like I need to shoot here. Okay, so we can't even see our other friend over here. So probably what I'm going to end up doing, Maltese, is well, first of all, we're going to take out this guy. Then we're probably going to do a free reload and overwatch you against whatever this guy may do. And that way I can keep Antros hidden. In fact, Antros, I should be able to move farther up above over here, since he's still not seen, to help keep an eye on what that other pod's going to be doing. And yeah, I think I'm gonna, even though you'll be standing flankable for these guys, we're gonna hope they don't come yellow and just shoot at you, I guess. Oh, is that too much of a risk? Is that too much of a risk?
Take a look at this. There you go.
There we go. And we're locked on. We're doing a free reload.
Ready to engage.
And we're overwatching.
On Overwatch.
So Antros, we can get you up high. Okay, he would be able to see us there. We can get here.
Okay.
And I want to actually come to this corner and gain sight on those guys, so I have an idea of what they're up to.
Remove them.
And now we have the idea. I'm hoping you hit, but it doesn't feel... Oh, yeah, it did, but it just wasn't enough. So to be quite honest, it gives me a clue that the other pod is off more in this direction, because he's not running towards the Mutons. I don't care. If they're on my side too, I might not run towards them. If they were on my side, they'd still scare me. But now we have options. And we have an idea. Okay, so they can be seen from there. So what we would like to do is get as close as we can to get ready for these guys. I probably would prefer full cover, and that's what we're going to work to start taking.
I hope it's worth it.
I just realized there were 2 others over there we didn't know of, and if one of them was closer, but there's fortunately no real windows there. So after I did that, I was like, wait, I don't know where they all are. So we're probably going to overwatch there. And now I got to get the rest of us into this to help us out. Now I think Max, unfortunately, this will not getting you up high the way I would like. Well, this is still high ground, and you can steady. So let's get you steady. That's going to be important to have a heavy hitter.
Finally.
And we see the same two. Antros, you're going to stay there for the moment. I have to get Machine Hater back into the mix. And for you, Machine Hater, is going to be a double move all the way over to here. Now, I could potentially have you inside also, but I cannot get you quite that far. So I think I'm going to keep our eyes on this pod over here and bring you here for starters.
Los gates.
And yes, we have loot right there to pick up. Specimic list. Could you do the honors?
Heading there now.
All right. So we got some Advent loot. We just don't know what it is. And for the time being, we'll just bring you here.
I'm there.
All right. So we're going to Overwatch. Antros, you're really the only one that could move. And at the moment, you pretty much see everything I would need you to see. Maybe I can try pushing you forward to get in position to maybe see a little farther over here, and maybe we'll find where the other pod is, because there's still, well, we haven't even taken one full pod out, but there's still 6 more unactivated pods, 3 here and probably 3 more farther over this way, based on how he's running. So we're going to start skirting you over that way just a little bit. And I'll lose temporary sight of the Mutons. I wonder if they're going to move this turn. Well, we found the other pod over there. And I think the Mutons have decided not to move. They are still staying put. Magic Man, I want to pick up this loot before it expires, so I'm going to bring in you to do that.
Ready to move.
We're going to have reinforcements any moment now, too, which is another bit of a mess. We got to get moving. So what is the best way to do it? Now, if we come out and try to skirt the Mutons, there's only so much full cover over here when they eventually come towards us. So that's not good. And I don't have eyes on now. So Antros, I need you to maybe get eyes on the Mutons. Perhaps by coming here? Is that a possibility? We are, and then we technically kind of know some folks are out there, but we don't have eyes on them either. So let's move you up little by little. Okay, we know where they are. And we don't know where those folks are. And if I bring you right here, you're in position to get exposed quite easily. Unfortunately. But it would be nice to have eyes on them, because maybe what I got to do is, but then if they just take one step towards us, we're in trouble. And the question is, one more step might just be enough, but then you'd lose your cover. I'm trying to come up with an idea, because if I come, you know, I just don't want Antros exposed and out here all on his lonesome if we're going to be tied up with these guys. So I'm in a tough spot, and I can't figure out the best way to deal with this, because reinforcements are going to be dropping in very, very soon. So maybe we just bring the Mutons into it. It means I don't have Magic Man, but then he wasn't going to be able to do a ton anyway, was he? Or am I mistaken? There we go. All 3 of them. Holy smokes, all 3 of them are Centurions. Where's the rocket when you need a rocket? There's a question for you. Where's the rocket when you need a rocket? And the chances to hit are not chain shot worthy. So we're probably looking at a big time suppression, which means if I suppress these guys, I need the grapevine to be able to hit the guy on the roof. Oof. Even steady. Even steadied. These guys are hard to hit. Wow. That's crazy. So 20% chance for crit. Well, I don't want to go that far. I want to go back over here. And it's up to 34% crit, which is not that big of a boost. Not that big of a boost. So if I'm gonna have to work with this guy, I'm not gonna do the precision shot. I'm gonna do a regular shot. And see if we can hit him. It's to me, it's not. I'd rather get the precision shot with a better jump. 20% to 34. That's not much of a job. So I'm gonna save the precision shot, and we're going for a 65% chance. It's not as healthy as we might like it, but these guys have good defensive capabilities. Now I guess maybe I just leave him as he is then, and go for somebody down here where maybe I can get a better chance. Jeez, OP, quit switching over to the easy guy. Yeah, here's a 50-50 chance for a crit. I like a 50-50 chance for a crit, or even better than a 50-50 chance with precision shot. So I think this is where I need to take my shot, because I need to make sure I hit. And we take him out in one shot! Ho ho ho! We got the crit! Holy smokes! That's amazing. Now I'm not going to steady my weapon automatically right now, because I may need to holo target. And let's get over to Maltese. That guy's 56, that guy's 41. Well now, I'm kind of leaning towards keeping Machine Hater. I don't think your shot is all that great, Machine Hater. Well, it's 50-50, but it's not worth a chain shot, so all I'm going to have you do at a 50-50 is suppress a guy. The question is, do I suppress the guy? I can suppress the guy up high because we just will to try and hurt his shot, and we'll focus my other shots from Maltese on the guy on the ground, because at least our base shot there is 56, and I'm going to holo target to improve that, and we'll get 2 shots on him. So Grapevine, we're going to holo. Right there. I much prefer steadying my weapon, but right now I think a holo target is what's being called for here. So, yeah, and Antros, obviously, yeah, you have a nice flank, but if I do anything, it makes you visible and potential for them to come into it really fast. So let's get a Maltese shooting, and let's see what his much improved shot is. Now 76, and the second shot will be even better. So if we can hit on this first shot, that would absolutely be huge. And we did some kind of a hit. We did some kind of a hit. And we did 5. And the next shot is going to be even better. Ooh, baby. 96%. Can we this time get the max damage? Can we get a 15% crit? Can we hope like that? Is that good for our minds if we miss? Okay, we hit him. All right. Now, these guys would be, the minute I throw that, because I can see these guys, they're in my range, the minute I do that, they would see us. However, I am not close enough to command. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Well, there's not going to be any incoming, so because they shouldn't be drawn into it yet. The problem is that leaves 2 very nasty shots coming from Centurions onto us, is what that does. So Machine Hater, I need you. We're going to have to suppress. And we'll suppress the one that has the height advantage maybe, and hope that works out. Although this guy's more likely to potentially move to better cover, and if he did that, we might have a chance on him. So for that reason and that reason alone, I'm gonna try it. And what I'm gonna do for this turn is we will activate your, since we're gonna be taking shots and you're in range of getting shot, we're gonna fortify you, because that should not end our turn. It's a free action. And now we will suppress. For better or worse, right or wrong decision, I'm thinking he's more likely to move than this guy with the height advantage. So I'm going to suppress here and hope.
Verstanden. Leiste Sperrfeuer.
And Wildcat, I don't think he'll bet exposed. They may be moving towards us in the noise. I guess we'll find out in just a moment. We'll overwatch you just in case.
Affirmativo.
Yeah, they're coming towards us. Oh, don't come past your cover. Don't see us. Okay. He's war crying and he's shooting. Oh, he could see. I thought we were at... Oh, and our initial shot, I thought, was at long range. They're going for max. And 2 misses. How lucky can you get? I was thinking max. I was thinking the grapevine was out of range. Holy smokes. Oh, my heart can't take more of this. Okay. Max. This is what we got. Hollow target ends your turn. But we have a 70% shot and only 40 there. So we're going to hope that you can take this guy out at lower elevation. Get your death from above extra action to hollow target yet again. And work on the other guy before the mechs get drawn into battle and the reinforcements. So we're asking you to hit on a 70% shot because I really need that hollow bot against that other Centurion. That's all I can say. Okay. Oh.
You see that?
Yeah. And guess who we can hollow target now? I'm going to do the free reload.
Rock and roll.
And I'm going to do the hollow target. Oh, come on. You knew who I wanted you to hollow target. It's going to be right there. Okay. So we're still okay. He actually, technically, if he had moved at more of an angle, he could have exposed you, Antros. He could have. So, unfortunately, part of me would love to get you in a position to throw as a backup kind of a thing. Yeah, and the problem is if I moved you here, we're not going to see the Muton, and I'm just not going to get close enough. So we're coming back to you. Machine Hater. I don't think you have a great shot. What I'm probably going to do is a free reload and suppression, hoping that'll help us. And then we're going to hope over here that Maltese can start rooting this guy out. We got a free reload, so we can take 2 shots. He's hollow targeted. %. The follow-up shot will almost be a guaranteed hit. Ooh, that's pretty good. So why don't we do the walk fire first just to do some damage on the guy, and then our second shot, the light him up shot, should be close in that range also. So we're going to give it a go. A little less damage potential. Did we? It's hard to tell. Did we? Yes. Oh, that's a walk fire is everything. Oh well, little mistake there. It means a grapevine is going to get shot at again, but this time, at least this guy's going to have to shoot through suppression which maybe will help. So that kind of means, let's see, what do we got? Magic Man, what I'm going to do is try to get you in a position to, if I can I get you anywhere to see a grapevine? No. No, 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 no. Well, let's see what the hack is. Video feed? I don't think. Otherwise, it's map alert, which I don't need the mechs in yet. Soldier vision increased by 2. Squad you know, it's just not worth it. So Antros, I'm going to pull you back so you don't get flanked by the mechs, first of all, because they still got a long way to wander towards us. So we're going to keep you right here on your first move.
Ricevuto, mi muovo.
And we do have the ability to give a command. Who can we give it to? Right there. So what I could do is Machine Hater, I can give you that low percentage shot, have you take it, and then command you for yet another shot. Because yeah, that's probably how I'll use my command, even though the odds are not exactly what I would like them to be. And reinforcements, man, they're gonna come in so fast. So, Magic Man, since I can't get you to a position to see our sniper who's gonna get shot at, I think what I'm gonna do is get you to this cover. Oh, you would be able to be shot at too, but at least you're full cover like everybody else.
I see it. Moving there now.
And aid protocol, can I get it? Oh, well, I think I can do it without having line of sight. Yes, he's my weakest link right now. He's been shot at twice. Aid protocol. I'm assuming he'll be the target yet again. Alright, Machine Hater, now it's your turn. And a base shot we can take, and then we got a free reload to suppress. It's not a great shot, but hey, look what you could do if you hit.
Keine Wirkung.
And you hit. I want to see. I want to see. Oh, no armor, now down to 3. Oh, do I dare? Just have you take a shot next with my command? Or do we play it safe and try suppressing? The command's going out. Machine Hater, you are being commanded. Now, the big question, let's do the reload.
Nachgeladen.
Still, you know, what are the odds? Yeah, the odds are not that we're going to connect on 2 of these in a row. So therefore, I've got to play the suppression game to try and protect us from this shot. Because otherwise, he'd have an unsuppressed shot, and we'd be more likely to take hurt. So we're going to try reducing his aim a little bit more,
Hier kommt der Schmerz.
and hope that because he's hurt. Okay, they hear us now. Fortunately, they do not see us.
Kann mich nicht bewegen.
Looks like they're calling in
Oh.
backup.
What the hey? Oh, he moved. That was like the fastest move I've ever seen of a guy to take. Did we kill him? We killed him. I don't know why his body is over near us. But we killed him. So now we have to set ourselves up for these guys and reinforcements. Oh, if it's not one thing, it's another. Max. So they're yellow alerting, which means I think I want to bring you over here to steady. They better have a shot on these guys. The thing is, if they move towards us, they only have to move towards us. Being on yellow alert, the odds are they're going to move towards us. So we may have reinforcements and all these mechs which scares the bejeebus out of me. Scares the oh man. Oh man. So we're gonna bring you here so we at least have some Overwatch out there.
Alright, I'll go.
I preferred the heavy cover, but I need Overwatch. I love how his body transported down here after we killed him, I must say. I'm going to bring you in this heavy cover. I could bring you even further in heavy cover. But let's keep a little distance away from them as they advance. And we'll Overwatch from there. Therefore, Grapevine, I will bring you forward because I need a position. I wish that corner right there was cover, but this corner will have to do. And technically, at that angle they're at, that works as full cover.
Let's do this.
Depending on how far they are able to scatter once they see us. And we're going to steady you. Antros, I'm going to keep you right where you are. Because they won't be able to walk up and see you anyway. Actually, maybe well, they're not going to see you. Until I make them see you. And this is better cover for reinforcements. I was thinking of moving you to full cover, but then you'd be easier to be seen by reinforcements. And then Specimic List, I want you to be at a window in full cover. And that's not full cover. There's a window in full cover. There's a window in full cover.
Aye, aye, sir.
More than likely, we're going to be trying to hack with you, and your Overwatch won't matter that much, but I'm going to reload you now. Just so that maybe, just maybe.
Reloaded.
And I'm really worried about the timer because reinforcements will have one quick break and then they're going to start falling hot and heavy. And we got too much battle to do to get highly mobile. And that's the part of this that's worrying me right now.
Moving to Overwatch. Sono in allerta. Na los, zeigt euch!
Let's hope we can easily kill him. It means if the other pod moves into us, our Overwatch will be eaten up. One down. Can we get the other? No. And the pod did not move. Someone's looking over us. Someone is looking over us. So Machine Hater, I'm kind of thinking about the flank over there. We also have Magic Man that's not quite guaranteed to take him out, but I think now is the time to get this door unhacked so we can work on getting out of here with these guys over here. So let's see what we got. So I could bring a Maltese here. He'd be able to take care of the trooper. Machine Hater, I don't have likewise full cover for you unless I just brought you here. And that's only barely moving us where we need to go. Oh, I can't quite make it there, so that makes sense. And everything else I'd be able to move you to cover-wise. So I guess for this turn, let's get Maltese moving first.
What's over there?
All right, and let's take our shot.
Big deal.
All right, now, once again, we're in a bit of a pickle. So I guess I'd like the death from above kind of thing, but then we've got, well, that's a long way to run with reinforcements going to be falling in like 3 turns. Antros. I'm thinking I'm bringing you here.
Raggiungo la posizione.
And I'm running you towards the vehicle. Because someone's going to have to open the door. I'm going to bring you over here. Machine Hater.
Los geht's. Gebe Feuerschutz.
Magic Man. This is what you're going to do. We're going to hack the doors open. And we're going to go for the small cache of intel. Now we get one of those when I don't really need it. So our hacking is out of sync right now. From one where we have a 90% chance and we get a little barely logged in and it doesn't work. Oh man. So I guess I just, well, that'll definitely get this pod moving towards us. So I guess we'll make a little noise because I want them to move towards us now. And let's steady. Here they come. That looks like a good hit. Even if it was a graze, that looked like a good hit. Okay, so the individuals we have to worry about the most. We have a heavy lancer over here. And do I have a shot? Grapevine, who do you have some shots on? Yeah, it's even 85 on a heavy lancer, and I feel like he's the one that scares me the most, that we can do the least against. I have Speshmik List that can work on mechanical units. I can now bring Anthros out and let him be seen with his blade. So this is what we're going to try first. Can you believe it? I wonder, if I get you there, would you be able to see... Kind of got to break that Overwatch, too. And, Machine Hater, you're going to be my Overwatch breaker on this one. I hope. Oh, you're not! Uh-oh. This is becoming a much more difficult all of a sudden. The Lancer really can screw us up big time. So we're going to do a precision shot against the Lancer. Okay.
You can't handle me.
That's cool. Now we're slowly getting out of shots, and I'm hoping I can break that Overwatch once we reload. And thank goodness we had one left free reload. I think that's why I was playing like I did, because I knew we had it. Okay. I think I'm just going to take this guy out.
Okay, so I got one.
And now we're down to no armor. And I have Grapevine, who's shot, Magic Man, who's available with a shot, and Wildcat, who can also help us out now. And we should be able to. Now, what I'm thinking is Wildcat, you have a free toss over there. Let's see if you can hit. And we hit. Oh, bummer. You're revealed, Antros. How could you be so sloppy? And now, I'm thinking the Magic Man can come here and get a flank shot, and minimum damage is 3, and guess what? I think your weapon, as long as you can hit,
Heading out.
hits for at least 3. Alright. How about that? Reinforcements are yellow. They're going to turn red any moment. I have a feeling the next reinforcement, they come one after the other. I have a feeling this might be the one, or it's the one after that. So we need to unlock a door here, and we need to get moving. Like we've never moved before. This is cutting it too close, and I don't think we're out of the woods yet. I do believe we can still be hurt. Now, has anybody else got movement left? It's only Wildcat and the Scientist. Everybody else is going to have to run. And they might only be able to run far enough. Okay, we got that. And you're just running for this zone, let's face it. We'll bring you cover just because they can be on Overwatch. Of course, we got one more turn before turn. It's going to turn red. Oh, it didn't turn red, so we got the one more turn. We're in luck. We are in luck. I thought this was the turn it turned red. Let's get everybody running.
Got it covered.
And I think now I'm feeling a heck of a lot better. A heck of a lot better.
Vado in posizione.
That was a tough one. That was a tough one. But we had just enough upgraded weapons. It shows you the magic and the importance when you start getting into the harder enemies to have the harder hitting weapons to go along with them.
Running.
It makes it doable with a lucky shot or two along the way.
Good to go.
And we'll just keep it like this.
Affirmativo. Sie haben Verstärkung
Okay,
gerufen.
now I think everybody can make it out, and that's the way we're going to run.
On the move. Here I come.
Agli ordini. Ben schon dabei.
Okay, so even a 5-man team was able to do that. Thank goodness we over-infiltrated, because you imagine how hard this would have been with an extra group of enemies on this thing? Oh, baby, baby.
Nichts wie weg. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
All right, that didn't feel like it was going to have a hope of being flawless once we got going, especially with 3, count them 3, Muton Centurions in one pod. That was the world's nastiest pod at this point in the game that we faced. Sure felt like it. All right. I'm fine with this particular shot. Tough missions, I'll let you guys have at it and pose however the heck you desire. And you're trying to build yourself up as tall as a skyscraper. A lethal force authorized. And that is what we delivered today. All right.
20 years of peace and prosperity will not be undone by the reckless actions of a few misguided dissidents today. We stand with the elders. Trust in their wisdom, and we shall overcome this crisis.
Well, we stand against the elders. And Maltese, it looks like you were the one that dealt the most damage on this one. Machine Hater had to be close behind along with the Grapevine. There were a lot of damage putter-outers on this one. And Anthros, you were the one that moved around the most because you could. And you were vital to us keeping track of who was what and where, so we stayed out of trouble and did not, with these dangerous enemies, pull in multiple pods. So everybody working together, this Operation Bone Saga was a success.
The aliens are probably still wondering what hit them.
All right, promotions.
Commander.
I love seeing promotions. Wildcat, good job. Maltese, a good job. Machine Hater, good job. Now, Music Man, enjoy your promotion. And we are up here where you're the healing kind of guy, and we came close to probably needing it today, but not quite. So 8 protocol now neutralizes fire, poison, acid, and bleeding. And since you have that kind of a build, and you're average, I think we're going to end up being able to pick up both of these. Let me just take a look at average. Yeah, 49, which is basically the cost of these two. I'm picking up this one because there has been times when fire's out there, poison, and soon we'll be dealing with acid and other bleeding things. I think we could use this. And since you're my one guy with this build, this just fits with that build. So I'm gonna go pick this up first. Oh, 24 AP. So then I won't be able to afford it once I do that. Well, I don't know what I'm saying. Never mind me. Okay, we got our 24. We're gonna spend it right down here and pick that up. And that's cool. Now you truly are a protection healer kind of a guy. And then the Grapevine. He's at Staff Sergeant now, and he got a promotion out of Staff Sergeant. How about that? And what that gives us is the option for Deadeye. We can take a small aim penalty for a significant boost to our damage. And that seems appropriate. And since we don't have quick holo targeting, that doesn't make sense because we don't have others that can holo target for you. Oh, this is for others that make attacks against my holo targeting. So I get that now. That could have paid off today. But I want you, as we know, to be the damage dealer. Now, Shadow Strike, well, I could see that coming in handy. Now, you have average, once again, that's 50 to spend. Oh, gaining an additional movement. There's times where, with you being far back and lagging back for your shots, it would be nice to have that extra movement to move you forward. Let me know what you think, Max, if that's worth picking up. Shadow Strike, that would mean you're an opener and you'd have a pretty powerful shot, but it's an opener that would shoot only one of a pod. So these two each have their benefits. This one more but I tend to try opening with multi-damage moves, but that might be nice for when we don't have it. So, Max, when you see this, let me know if you have a preference on these, because we actually can pick them up now and still at some point be in the range to barely dip into the XCom AP to pick up rapid fire also. So let me know if you have a preference over these two perks. I can see benefits and how I can use them both, and I'll wait to hear from you for now. All right. What do we get? 12 supplies, because we found that one crate. We didn't bother. We were in a little bit of a rush to look for any more of these hidden advent crates. We got a data pad. That's nice. Whether I use it for intel to make up for what we spent or whether I end up selling it, one of the two. We got an extra HP conditioning, 3 psi offense. I just gave, I think it was Nameless, I gave him a +7 psi offense, so that's not the best. We got a facility lead, and we gained intel. So, good mission. And we got a scientist. Rizwan Khan, welcome aboard. So our forces recently uncovered information that could lead us to the location of one of Advent's remote facilities. If we can successfully decrypt the recovered data, it will provide specific coordinates allowing for a tactical strike. So I might, let's see, coil guns is down to 6 days. I don't think with only one soldier left in the infirmary, even though, in fact, that kind of looks like Max visiting our guy in the infirmary, even though we still got some time for him to come back. In fact, let's find out how much. This should tell me, right? Oh, this will tell me how much more time we have. "16 days, still somewhat excessive, but I don't know that for coil guns I want to delay anymore, because I hopefully won't have to build any more mag weapons, and everything I build from now on will start to be coil. That's what I'm hoping. All right, so guess what? We have our next mission close to being infiltrated. Let's get out there and see if we can get it to 125 and get ready for our next mission coming up. All right, well, maybe I'll just pick up my supplies too. This is at 113. Let's finish picking up our supplies here. And we're going to gain a tick on the Avatar project.
Make progress on the Avatar project. If we're going to slow them down, we'll need to move fast.
Dark Admiral's back. Welcome back onto the team, Dark Admiral. And what do we got here? We got it down to 7 to 9, so we must launch. It is vulnerable. We did what we were hoping to do, so we have this mission ready for next time. Let's see who's going out. We got Sectoid going out with a nice hard-hitting shard gun. We got Alexei, the Frog, to lead us as our leader and to scout things out for us so the rest of us can do our jobs. We got Nooks along, and did you get the upgraded ceramic frag? Plasma, yes, you have the plasma grenades on this one. Mary Fury Crawford so I can get some more practice in with my often underused class here. And then Dan Stubbs Locutus, we got some the big booms coming from you, and Justine the Angel along to help us with, well, she's actually carrying a mag rifle too, but she's also picked up fuse if we have that opportunity. And guess what? You're going to get yet another promotion after this mission. We got the tube ready and waiting for you. So you'll have to come back next time to see how this team ends up doing on this upcoming mission. This mission will pick us up a new gunner, also an intel package, so maybe we'll find some more supplies or this and that. We'll find out next time. Hope you enjoyed today's mission. It was fun for me, hopefully fun for you to watch. And let's see if we can do the same next time. This is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in this world. Thanks so much for watching, and I do hope to see you next time.